the mental at-bats that you can take, I think, can prepare you almost as much as the actual physical at-bats. And what I mean by that is staying engaged into the game throughout the whole process, or the rehab process, which is one thing I felt like I did a really good job of. I think part of why it takes so long to kind of get in the swing of things at the start of a season or at the start of spring training is because you're so far removed from a competitive environment. While I was hurt, I was still in the dugout. While I was hurt, I was still, living and dying with every pitch. Putting myself in the positions in the game that potentially would have been one that I'd be in if I was healthy, and trying to stay as mentally sharp as I could, so that when, now when I get an opportunity, I'm as close to as ready to go as possible. And then, granted, I got about 20 at bats. Obviously they're more simulated game style, but that's roughly close to what you would get in the spring training anyway. So, I'm not here to make excuses. I feel like I'm in a position where I can have a competitive at bat when my name is called.
Nathan, pitch the microphone.
Matt, there's a number of guys in the Yankees clubhouse who are playing in the postseason for the first time this year. How would you kind of describe the atmosphere that you guys, the veterans who have been there and done that before, try to foster to allow those guys to find success? That's
a good question. Yeah, we've really tried to do a really good job of having some open dialogue about, what it means to play in a postseason game, what it feels like to be in the box in a big spot, what it feels like to be on the field when the crowd is on their feet. We've had some really good conversations with some of our younger players who are going through that for the first time. So it's certainly beneficial, I think. And then, like you mentioned, just the fact that we have so many guys who've been through it, I think is a good thing. Can certainly be an advantage for us, especially being here on the road today. I know the crowd will be on their feet. They'll certainly try to have an impact on the game, and so our guys are ready for it.
Questions for Matt? Brian, get you the microphone.
Matt, I think you broke your foot on August 8th, which didn't leave you a whole lot of time to get ready and come back for this. Was there ever a time that you doubted if you could come back, if you would have enough time?
I wouldn't let myself go there. I knew that just from what the doctors were telling me, that the timing was going to be close. But my mindset from the onset was that I was going to be back, however possible, in whatever role possible. So very thankful that we were able to make that happen. And, now it's just about, being ready when I get an opportunity, and hopefully, do something to help us win a game.
And what was the toughest part of the rehab for you?
I mean, just by far, just not being, with the guys. I missed out on a lot of cool things, not helping us, win ball games and not being around. I mean, that's definitely the worst part.
The fourth row on your left, Lindsay.
Matt, are you still feeling any pain or discomfort in the foot?
No, I feel good. Just yesterday was a big step, just getting out there and getting back into the, game feeling. I was expecting to feel good, but you just never know until you get out there. I mean, it's different than simulated games. So, was in the moment, felt prepared for that at bat, took some good swings, battled off some tough pitches, physically felt good. Just, he won that first battle.
Matt, I know you have a bigger focus, but have you given any thought to next year, whether you'd like to be back here or just how different your offseason might be?
Yeah, I really hadn't thought much about it. Not to sound cliche, it's just the reality. I mean, my focus is the present moment, it's today, and our season and what we're trying to accomplish, which is win the World Series, and that starts with winning a game tonight, and in particular with me being ready to come off the bench and potentially take a big at bat.